Hey everyone, David Hill here. So, another installation in our series on how to become a land acquisition specialist. And so, we've talked about some topics in the past about how to identify land, how to identify the players, how you have to know the lingo. Today, I wanted to talk about the actual development process. And this is crucial because we're teaching you guys how to put these deals together and then take them to a developer, get it into their hands, and get paid for it. Well, in order to be a specialist at that, you need to understand the entire process. You need to understand what happens between a piece of raw land and getting it all the way through the approval process and getting it approved and shovel ready. You need to have a firm understanding of that. Things like the feasibility study and what happens during that time and how long do they last. The phase one environmental study, the pre-application conference, Performas, cost estimates, Hazmat inspections, all of these things that we do during the feasibility study, the Geotech studies. And then when we get through that, then what does the developer do next? Well, he has to start preparing his land use application and what goes into that preparation and how big is it and what is it? And then he submits it to the jurisdiction and then they have to deem it complete. And you need to understand what that is, what that process looks like. And then working your way through the planning commission hearing and the city council hearing, and then getting all the way through preliminary plat approval and knowing what that is and how that plays into the process. And then working your way through the appeal period and then preparing your construction drawings and submitting those, going back and forth with the red lines with the jurisdiction. All of these things, they're not difficult. They're not necessarily things that you'll be doing, but they're things that you need to understand, things that you need to know, because in order for you to effectively put these deals together, get them into the hands of a developer, and make these 5, 6, and 7-figure returns that we're talking about, you need to understand this process. And that's exactly what we do in our course. A big part of our course is teaching you this A to Z of the land development process. You know, it's interesting, just last week we had a new student graduate, finished our course, and she came back and gave some great feedback. We'll be posting it here at some point. But the big part of the feedback was for her and her husband went through this course, and when they went in, and she says this in her feedback, we didn't really know anything about real estate. And we had one of our biggest hesitations in joining this course was trying to understand how we're going to learn everything we need to know about land development in this 8-week course. And they just finished last week, and it was more than they even expected. And now I can truly talk about these guys and say, these guys are land acquisition specialists. They know what land acquisition is. They know the development process. All the terms I just mentioned a few minutes ago, they know every one of them, and they know how they play out. They know the timelines. They know how many days it takes to get this done and that done. And they have this firm understanding now. They're now able to go out and put these deals together correctly with the right terms and get them into the hands of a developer. And man, that's a powerful thing. That's a magical, powerful thing. And it's something that, we have leveraged for almost 20 years now, for about 18 years, and has produced for us these 5, 6, and 7-figure returns consistently since 2002. So that is our course, and a big part of it is teaching you this process. And so if it's something you're interested in, make sure to check us out. You can go to vestrite.com/action. We'll put a link in the description as well, but it'll give you a presentation video of what it is that we do and what our strategy is and what our blueprint is. And that's a perfect place for you to start. So head over there and check it out. And in the meantime, I'll catch you in the next one. All right, guys. See ya.